Hey everybody, this is Sherry Kirkland, and it's Friday night, and I just wanted to give a shout out to the team and say hello and introduce you to one of our newest leaders. His name is Bob Christiansen. You can see a little picture of him here with his wife Jackie. Bob's from Long Island, New York, and I saw another video tonight from a good friend of mine, Jason Cardamone, who was just talking about um, how you know when you've got a leader in your hands. And I'm going to kind of share with you my thoughts about that. But just to let you know how I met Bob, Bob found me through some of the from me as a result of me taking action from what I learned from Justin's All In team and our Rock Facebook training. Um, Bob came on board, and he and I have spent quite a bit of time on the phone, but this guy is literally amazing. And I want to share with you some characteristics that have led me to know deep in my heart that he's going to be an amazing leader with Empower. He's been blogging every single day, and that's our first core commitment. Let me just show you this right now, and then I'll come back and share with you some more thoughts. Bear with me as I kind of jump around here in a minute. So, what does a leader look like? And how do you know if somebody's going to be really good or not? I mean, I've had people join me and they say all sorts of things like, uh, you know, we're going to the top, and they talk a big game, and they tell me that they're, going to take massive action and that they're going to plug in, and then they just sort of fade away. I don't see them in our groups, chatting in our groups. They don't email me. They don't stay in contact with me. They just sort of flounder and they fall away. And then there are other people who come in and they're silent and they don't really ask for a lot of help, but somewhere along the way they start popping up and they rise. The cream rises to the top and they begin to get noticed, and they just they rise up on their own, and you can't help but notice them. Well, these are the five qualities that I see of a potential leader. Number one, great ambition, big dreams, big goals. Um, for Bob, I know he's shared some of those ambitions with me. He's a really caring guy. He spends a lot of time fundraising, and I know that he has a great ambition to just be able to whip out his checkbook with no concern for the balance in his bank account, and just give money to his favorite causes, and just great ambition to travel and to have freedom in his life. And he shared all that with me. And the other thing that I see, and this is kind of something that I see in myself from time to time, is just complete frustration or desperation with your current situation. Something in your life that drives you to succeed no matter what. You're willing to uh, do things no matter what. You're willing to take daily, consistent action in your business no matter what. You don't let anything stop you. You come across little roadblocks and mountains, and you don't let them stop you. You just climb over them and you keep moving forward. And I've seen this with Bob. I've seen him come up against frustrations, and he gets past it and he moves on, and he's so positive, and he's just an inspiration to me. Third on my list is coachability. Um, you know, Bob has come to me with um, some questions and maybe some technical issues, and he's been, sending me his blog posts, kind of letting me know what he's doing out there, and I've um, been a coach to him and sort of, told him different things that he can do, different strategies, things to do different. And he's all over it. He goes and does it. No questions asked. He's just very coachable. Now, he comes with great skill, and just he's an amazing writer, but I can help him with some of the technical stuff, and I'm honored to do so. Which brings me to the next thing. This is high on my list. I tend to have a servant's heart. One of my love languages is acts of service, and I love to be a servant to others, and I love for other people, when they serve me in small ways, it touches my heart. And I know Bob has the same heart, and I know that when he starts sponsoring a huge team of people, he's going to be right there for his team and willing to serve them. And number 5 on the list is just take action. I mean, Bob is taking daily, consistent action. He is really following what we call the 8 core commitments here with Empower. He activated his payment system right away. He's blogging daily. He markets daily. He's been on numerous coaching calls with George and Justin and Dave and the prosperity team. And we'll be chatting on Facebook and he'll be telling me, I'm listening to this or I'm listening to that. And, there's so much available to our team. And I just, I feel for and I pity for those people who are out there just kind of floundering, but they're not plugging in to the powerful coaching sessions that we have available on our team. I don't understand why people don't plug in. If people email me and they're negative and they're kind of complaining and whining, I'm like, well, what's the last coaching call that you got on? What's the last uh, training product that you listened to? Um, have you been on the Empower Hour call this week? Have you listened to the recording? It's free for everybody, for the first week, and then it becomes part of the inner circle. So I know Bob's been listening to the Empower Hour calls, and I know that he's doing something daily in his business to fill his mind with positive things. And I know that he reads daily. He keeps me posted on that. And he attends the events. Bob and his wife Jackie, let me pop back over to his um, blog post. Let's see, right here. He actually wrote this little article, No Borders, No Limits, and I'm going to actually, well, I already have reblogged this, and if you see this on your wall, you can reblog it, and it'll help Bob get some backlinks, but just listen to what he says. He made a long drive down from Long Island, New York. He made a last-minute decision to get to this event, and he absolutely needed his wife Jackie to be there with him, because this was the night that the blog beast would be launched worldwide, and the two of them were together to witness the third wave of the social marketing launch globally. Can you tell he was just a little excited? He says they had a blast, and they are so motivated with big dreams, and now that they have phenomenal people around them willing to help them make their dreams come true. Um, I know I'm kind of really messing this up. You got to read this for yourself. But Bob says he's the type who, once I set my mind on a goal, he would rather die than quit. This is me. This is the same spirit in me. You guys, for some of us, this is plan B. For some of us, this is plan A. Whichever it is, it's got to be part of your plan. The jobs and what our economy has to offer us today, it's not going to allow you to reach your dreams. You have to do something like this, and Empower is by far the best place that I have found to prosper in an online business. So Bob continues to talk about how he got to meet Tissa Godvertine, um, and talks about the stories that he heard of people who overcame incredibly difficult conditions in their lives. This was my experience in Dallas. I met people who were or they spoke on stage about being homeless. They spoke on stage about having great illness. I remember hearing a story of a lady who um, was basically disabled, and she couldn't sit upright. She couldn't walk. She had a spinal disease that could be corrected by surgery, but um, I don't know if it was like an optional surgery or what, but she couldn't pay for the surgery. And she laid on the floor and she laid in her bed for months and worked this business from her computer while she was laying down. And she earned enough money to have the back surgery. And just, I can't tell you story after story. Bob goes on to talk about, Tony Rush, who again made a decision. He made a decision. This is all about decision. You can choose. Um, to use the issues in your lives to burn away pretentiousness, looking good, and any false conceptions that we're raised with, to become your true, authentic self. That was a theme this weekend in Dallas at the Empower event. I saw lots of different people speak on stage. People who dropped the f bomb like David Wood, and people who called themselves Jesus freaks. They were strong, Bible believing Christians, but they got to be who they were, and they got to express who they were up on stage with complete acceptance. And that's what Empower Network is about. It's bringing people together from all walks of life, all shapes and sizes and colors and, everything, and bringing us together and empowering us with the skill, the mindset, and the love that we need to reach our dreams and goals. And I'm just so thankful that I got to go to Dallas this weekend. I'm so thankful that Bob and Jackie made a last minute decision um, to go to DC, to Washington, DC. And I know that he's a great leader already. He just needs a platform, and he's building that platform one step at a time, day by day, every single day, just following our 8 core commitments. And I have to give a shout out to him. I'm going to be sharing this video here shortly, and um, watch for me to reblog every one of his posts, because he has taught me so much, and I know that he can teach you a lot as well. And together, um, just like he says, together we'll all be prosperous. And I just invite you to plug in, you guys. There's so much that Empower has to offer you. We are part of Justin's team. Justin is the #2 top sponsor in Empower. He knows how to sponsor people, and the way that he does it is so beautiful, and he's taught us that, those of us that are part of his all-in team. And that's exactly how I got connected with Bob. um, I'm just very excited. When I first talked to Bob on the phone, I had chill bumps, spirit bumps, whatever, and I could just see him in my mind speaking on stage, and touching hearts all over the world with what's inside him. And so, before I start crying, because I'm getting a little touched and moved by all of this, let me stop this recording and get this off to you guys. And anyway, if you need help with anything, I'd love to connect with you. If you're an action taker and you're plugging in, I'm here to help. If you're not plugging in, get plugged in. There's so much that you're missing out on if you're not. All right, that's it for now. So I just wanted you to meet Bob Christiansen and his wife Jackie here. Got to talk with her briefly on the phone while they were driving into DC, and Bob's told me about her. She's seems like a really amazing woman, and they're blessed to have each other. So, all right, I'm going to stop blabbing and get this out to you. Bye for now. This is Sherry Kirkland.